Hello friends, I'm Steven and this is my channel, Signal Up Productions. On today's video, I'm going to show you how to configure a laptop running JMRI with a Digitrax DCS210 Plus command station to allow us to run trains using Engine Driver app on our phone through our home wireless network. But before we get into that, if you're new to the channel and you've never subscribed, go ahead and click that button. And if this video helped you, then maybe at the end consider sharing this video with your friends and giving me a thumbs up. Now let's get into it. All right, what we have here is the front of the command station. It's a DCS210 Plus. It's part of the Evolution set that is currently offered by Digitrax. We have the different connections here. We have our power connection right here, and we have our track connections right here. The 210 Plus comes with a built-in USB computer interface. So we've got that USB cable plugged in right here. And we've got our scale switch, which I've got set for HO scale, since that's the scale that I'm doing my test on. Currently, we've got our run switch in the sleep position. So we're going to pull that toggle switch up. That brings us our power up to where it's supposed to be. We can see that the track power is not currently on. So I've got the USB cable plugged in from the command station. And that USB cable plugs into the USB port on the side of my laptop. And let's go ahead and go onto the screen and see what it looks like from JMRI. Okay, this video assumes that you have a Windows-based laptop with a spare USB port on the side, and the appropriate drivers are downloaded from Digitrax website, digitrax.com. So once you have that plugged into your laptop, let's make sure what COM port we're using. So if we go to our search bar, we can search for Device Manager right there on the control panel. We'll go to our COM ports and we'll see that it is COM port 3, COM 3. So that way, once we go into our Panel Pro, right here, we can go to Preferences. Let it load up here. We can go up to Edit. We can go to Preferences. And what we can do is so we can see connections right here. So the system manufacturer is Digitrax. Go down here to Digitrax. And it comes up as a DCS240 USB interface. That was the only choice that I noticed in there, but you know, the same basic type of USB connection is on the 210 Plus as well. So the serial port type, we're going to say COM3, and then the command station type, this is where we can actually change it to be the DCS210 Evolution command station right there. Okay, once we're done setting that up, we're going to go ahead and save that. And it's going to ask us to restart, so we're going to restart the software. And that basically configures our JMRI to communicate with our DCS210 command station. We can check that by going up to LocoNet and monitor LocoNet, and we can see that we're going to start getting data from the command station. It's going to pop up some just different information. Actually, I guess we've got to start the track power. Let's do that first. If we go over here to Tools, we can go to Power Control, and we can turn the track power on. And now that the track power is on, let's go back and check the LocoNet window there. So we're getting data from the command station now that the track power is on. That means our USB cable and our JMRI software is properly communicating with the command station. So once we have that, the way that we can use our smartphone for communicating through the command station to control our locomotives is the smartphone is connected to our home wireless network. And that same home wireless network is what my laptop is connected to. So the JMRI software, if we go up here to Tools, and we go to Throttles, we go down here to Start WiThrottle Server. What JMRI is going to do now is going to broadcast its IP port right here, which is 12090, and this is the IP address for my home network. And that's going to broadcast out onto my local wireless network. So any device that's on my network that's running the Engine Driver app will be able to see that that connection on their device. And so once I'll go back here to the LocoNet monitor window. Once I am connected on my cell phone with the Engine Driver app, you can find that on the Google Play App Store, Engine Driver. What we'll do is we will select a locomotive, and we'll see that information come across our LocoNet there. See, engine number 563. I'm going to acquire that. And so there's our engine 563 right here, showing that the command station recognizes that my phone grabbed that locomotive. And as I give different functions, we can see that the sound slot you can see and hear there that the response to my my cell phone controller allows me to control the locomotive. Using this connection, we can also monitor the slots of our command station, and we can see the different addresses that are called up that are currently using a slot in our command station. This is a good preventative maintenance habit to get into. You can, at the end of your operating sessions, you may notice that a lot of the slots in the command station are full, and instead of waiting for the system to purge those unused slots, or if somebody didn't dispatch an address off of their throttle, then you may result in seeing a slot max message come up on your throttle if you run a lot of trains or have a lot of people over constantly acquiring locomotives on their throttles. And so you can use the release choices here and release those slots from the command station. And by doing that, that'll help you avoid getting a slot max message, especially during when you have all your friends over trying to run trains and they can't acquire engines. All right, so we can see here I've got the Engine Driver app on my cell phone, and my cell phone's connected to my home wireless network that the JMRI software is running on my laptop. So when I open that up, and it tells me the different connections, and I can see that my connection here with the proper IP address is right there. So that's all it takes to select what network you're connected to with your cell phone. And we can pick up an engine by clicking select, and it sees we see the DCC address there, so we can just type in that engine number 563. We can acquire that, and now we've got that locomotive. All of our functions are right there. F8 turns the sound on, and then we can turn the bell on, sound the horn, throttle up and move the locomotive. We can reverse the locomotive. All from the convenience of our cell phone is commonplace in every model railroader's pocket nowadays, it seems like. So say you don't have enough Digitrax throttles for your home layout. Everybody's got a cell phone, so by having a command station, or if you don't have a command station with a USB interface, you could also just buy a Digitrax PR4 computer interface, and that would essentially do the same thing, allow you to connect your JMRI software on your home computer to your LocoNet, and starting the start WiThrottle server option on JMRI that will broadcast the port necessary to have apps such as Engine Driver connect to your railroad for controlling of locomotives. Okay guys, that was it for this video. It's pretty simple and straightforward. We connected our USB cable from our command station to our laptop. We are configured JMRI to use the proper COM port that was plugged into, configured the software to communicate with the DCS210 Plus command station. Then we started the WiThrottle server to broadcast JMRI out onto my home network, which we were then able to find with our cell phone because it was connected to the Wi-Fi with the same network. We used our app to connect to JMRI, which then allowed us to communicate with LocoNet and acquire our locomotive and run that on the test track. If this video was helpful to you, be sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. If you like this video, you might want to check out this video here on building a signal system using Digitrax hardware. And if you just got a new DT602 or UT6D throttle from Digitrax, check out this video here on how to set those up and use them. See you guys on the next video.